Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today is kind of a special day for my YouTube channel. August 10th, 2016 marks 5 years since I've been on YouTube. And to commemorate this occasion, I decided to make a commentary video basically going through the evolution of my channel. I'll talk about where I started, talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff in my videos, and finally talk about where my channel is now and where I'd like it to be in the future. Probably not the most spectacular video, but I didn't really have anything else planned that I could get uploaded in time. But I may just make this a regular thing on my channel for every 5 years, talk about the past videos I've made and my more recent videos and where I see my channel in the future and things of that nature. Just like my Call of Duty Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 Thoughts videos, I'm going to try and do this unscripted. Also, like those videos, I recommend you more so listen to this video rather than sit there and watch, because it's going to be a long video and I doubt the images on screen will keep you occupied the entire time. But that's just my opinion, I guess. I had originally planned to record my computer screen and show myself just basically scrolling through my video manager and clicking on my videos and playing certain clips of them and whatnot while I talk over it, and just kind of having this kind of chill video, just me, giving you the background behind some of these videos, why I made them and things like that. But with the way I have my notes set up, it's kind of hard for me to do that and record the screen at the same time, because the notes kind of take up the whole screen, and I need to be able to look at them while I'm talking, just so I don't get sidetracked or don't forget to talk about anything. And I don't really want the notes to be on the screen at the same time that I'm scrolling through my videos and stuff. And I probably could put the notes on like my phone or laptop or something, because I don't have a second computer monitor, by the way. But forgive me for being lazy, but I just don't feel like doing that. So instead, I'm just going to record the audio for this and then just put some images of the videos I'm talking about on the screen. Pretty much like the thumbnail for the video is probably what I'll do. So forgive me for being lazy, but I just don't kind of feel like going through that, especially since my screen recording software only records 10 minutes at a time, and especially when I know this video is going to be well over 10 minutes, that's probably going to be annoying for me. So sorry about that. But with all that out of the way, and without further ado, let's talk about my channel. Before I get into my YouTube channel, I'd like to give my first experiences with YouTube. During YouTube's launch in 2005, I never really used the internet a whole lot, let alone went on the site. I was too young to really understand the concept of the internet, plus I was never really interested to use it more. Again, probably because I was so young and didn't understand it. I was also pretty occupied with TV and video games as it was. The most I remember using the internet was to do research for schoolwork and play browser games like Neopets and Funbrain. However, during the time span of 2008 to 2010, I don't exactly remember when, I began using the internet more and finally started to understand what it was and how cool it actually was. But I still didn't quite understand how useful YouTube could be. I still kind of viewed YouTube as a website for dumb internet videos and not as a way to connect with people or get information on certain subjects. Actually, I distinctly remember watching mostly Sonic AMVs and stuff like that back then. This was also back when I was kind of really into Sonic and Sonic Universe and stuff. I wasn't so much of a fanboy, per se. It's just, I don't know, I was just kind of intrigued by the Sonic universe and characters and stuff like that at the time. I still kind of am a little bit, but not as much as I was back then. But sometime later, during the summer of 2011, I started playing Call of Duty Black Ops and really became a fan of the series. This would lead me to not only make my first online friends, but also use YouTube for more than funny videos. I soon began using it as a way to not only entertain myself, but also get information on all things Call of Duty. So, I guess you could say Call of Duty is what really made me get into YouTube. Kinda weird to say today, considering I don't really care for Call of Duty anymore now. But after a few months browsing the site frequently, on August 10th, 2011, exactly 5 years ago today, I made my YouTube channel. Why did I create it? Well, to subscribe to channels that I frequently watch, like White Boy 7th Street and Pro Syndicate and people like that. That way I didn't have to, look up their channels and try and keep up to date on their videos all by myself with the subscriptions type of feature. Their new videos are automatically there. When the sub box chooses to work. I know sometimes the thing is fucking broken. And I think it still is broken to this day. But another reason was to interact with my friends on there, specifically my online friends, because they also had YouTube accounts and they uploaded videos, and with a YouTube account I could comment and like on their videos and stuff, and show my support and interact with them and stuff like that. And the other big reason was for me to upload my first video, and there's a specific reason as to why that's reason for making my channel. And why did I choose the name The Roy Teal 96 as my YouTube channel name, and why have I stuck with it? Well, the story behind it is kind of closely tied to my first video, which I'll get into in just a second. Okay, so before I go on about my first video, and even my first 3 videos, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably going to be a little bit awkward and a little bit embarrassing for me to talk about, so I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. But, some of this stuff is kind of hard to ignore for me to not talk about and whatnot. And another thing is, I feel like if I don't talk about it, people are gonna speculate some other shit, and I don't want any weird speculation, which I'll get into what the hell I'm talking about with that soon enough as well. But anyways, just wanted to, let you know about that stuff. Anyhow, so my first video, which is titled Very Important Video Game Message in all capital letters. The basic premise behind this video is just me giving my a video game idea I had at the time in an attempt to gain the attention of some big time video game developers, so I could get my game made and so I could work on it as well, and start my career as being a video game developer. So why did I make this video? Well, the story behind why I made this video goes back a couple years before I even made this video. So during the summer of 2007, I was like 11 at the time. I was getting ready to go to middle school, just to kind of give you a time frame of this stuff. And, well, I'd recently moved to a new state, my mom and I, and for that entire summer, the place we were kind of staying at, because this wasn't our permanent living space, we were kind of staying with a family member until we found a house to move into. It was pretty secluded. There weren't a lot of people around. There was no one for me to go out and hang out with and talk to and whatnot. The only people I had to really interact with were my family members, like my mom and grandpa and a cousin and stuff like that. So, for that summer, I was pretty much alone. I was pretty much just played video games and draw and stuff like that to keep myself entertained. Because we also didn't have a computer or the internet at that time either. Well, we did have a computer, but I think it was broken at the time. It needed to be fixed, something along those lines. For the whole summer, I was pretty much by myself, and it gave me kind of a lot of time to think about stuff. And I kind of thought about my future, and I already knew what I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be a video game developer. I wanted to make games and stuff, because I liked playing video games, and I liked drawing and being creative and stuff like that. So I already knew what I wanted to be. But then I kind of had this crazy idea in my head that why don't I try doing what I want to do right now? Like, don't just wait until I'm 20 or something. Just try and start my career now. Which, looking back on it now, my heart was in the right place, but I was going about it all wrong. See, from 2007 at least to 2012, which is 2012, which is when my first video was uploaded. I basically I didn't try and make my own game like with any game making software or anything. I was too young to really understand about that stuff, just being readily available and whatnot. I basically just tried emailing big companies and developers about my video game ideas and stuff, and try to get their attention, and just kind of hoping that they'd see my ideas and think they're cool and pick them up and start making games with them, and have me also work close to them with it. Because I didn't just want them to make my idea or something, just give them a video game idea and then you guys make the game and I don't know, pay me royalties or something. No, I actually did want to be involved in the process, make sure that I felt the story was going about the way I want it to go, and the game was turning out about how I'd want it. And at a certain point, I had been emailing developers and stuff and getting nowhere basically. So I kind of came up with an idea with YouTube. I decided, why not make a video talking about it, and maybe, just maybe, it might go viral or something, and then that'll get their attention, and then they'll consider my ideas or something. Which, that didn't work at all. This video got about 400 views, close to 500 views, which, I guess for a first video that's not bad, but for what my original intention for the video was, that was not good at all. But, yeah, my heart was in the right place, but I was going about it all wrong. What I wish I'd done this whole time, instead of, just kind of wish and hope that, someone would pick up my ideas and give me a job or something like that, that I instead spent that time actually trying to make a game myself, or at least learn programming and stuff like that, because that would have helped me out much more in the long run. But I guess I was kind of too young to understand, and besides, I doubt that even if my idea could have worked, just basically, even if my video idea had worked, it went viral, and big time video game making companies saw my idea and felt it was interesting, I probably still wouldn't get a job or whatever, because I was too young, didn't really have much experience. All I really had to offer besides that idea was just a general understanding of game mechanics and balancing, and some decent drawing skills and stuff like that. I couldn't do 3D models, I couldn't program, I couldn't do any of that, and especially at this time, when I uploaded my first video, I was 15, so I didn't have a high school diploma or anything, so yeah, it it probably would not have worked, more than likely, even if my video did become more popular. So, I mean, yeah, at least I tried, I guess. I guess it's not quite as embarrassing. The reason I find it kind of embarrassing, not just the video itself, but the context of the video. It's just, it just seems kind of stupid now thinking back on it. It's just like, why the hell did I ever... I almost have a hard time believing why the hell I ever thought this was a rational idea, because for that whole time, I didn't think this idea was fucking crazy or something. Like, I felt it was fairly rational. Like, there's a semi-realistic possibility that this could happen. You know, it wasn't completely imaginary and whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, now I just prefer not to talk about it, not bring it up, because I just feel it's kind of embarrassing. Just portrays me in like I'm stupid or something. But I guess I could just chalk that up to me being young and stuff. I don't know. I just don't really like coming off as stupid or idiotic and stuff, because I know I'm not stupid and idiotic, and it just kind of frustrates me when just stuff like that makes me seem stupid, if that makes any sense. I think that's all I really wanted to go over. I mean, the content of the video is just me. It's like a vlog, pretty much. Just me sitting in front of the camera, and I bring out this script of stuff, which is basically my whole ideas and everything, and I just read it off the script. The idea itself is pretty much based off of Call of Duty, because again, at the time I was really into Call of Duty, so yeah, probably best that I didn't go forward with that idea, or it never got made and whatnot. I mean, there's still hope for it now. Like, if I really wanted to, I could, when I, get with a big company, I could maybe pitch my idea to them and, work on it from there. But at the current moment, I don't feel so compelled to do it, because I had like multiple games planned out for this series that, if I wanted them to be decent and not like do a yearly type of annual release as Call of Duty, at least like 2 years for each title, and there's at least probably about like 10 or something. That's like over 20 years or so, and it's pretty much like my entire video game making career will just be on this one series. And personally, I don't want it to just be on this one series, so I think I'd much rather do like either a television series or a movie or a web series or maybe a comic or novel or something like that. Something, just basically get the story out there, because I think that's the one thing I'd care most about this idea, would be the story, because I think it's semi-interesting and not terrible, especially towards the end. Like, I have a lot of plot twists and stuff kind of planned out and whatnot, but I know I've been kind of vague about the idea at this point, but just so you know, I will be, even though you won't be able to find these videos just by searching them up or going through my channel regularly, they will be unlisted, and the links to them will be in the description, this video and another video I'll talk about. So, if you really want to know what this idea that I'm talking about is, that'll explain it for you, pretty much. I just don't feel like going into super amounts of detail right now. But why am I unlisting this video, my first video? Well, truth be told, I'm not really proud of my vlog type of videos, because they look pretty bad. They're pretty bad quality, and plus, especially with the first video, the context of the video is pretty embarrassing for me, and it's just, it just doesn't seem necessary on my channel. I don't really want it publicly displayed and whatnot. So, as much as I would like to delete it, I feel since it's the first video, I kind of feel that it's only fair to people that watch my channel or are really interested in me or the evolution of my channel and where it started out and stuff like that. I think it's only fair if I keep my first video up. But at the same time, I don't want it to be public, just anybody could look it up. So that's why I'm just unlisting it. So you can still look at it, but, only through this video, only through the special link. If you just search it up, no one else is. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm keeping it up, just for those who are really, really curious. I mean, for everyone else who isn't super curious, it doesn't really apply to them. So, anyways, I guess I better get back to why my channel name is basically my name. So this kind of plays into the thing I wanted to mention. For the majority of this time when I had this idea, the basic thing that I'd say to myself is get famous. That was a short word for become a video game developer, stuff like that, get noticed and whatnot. See, I just kind of used that as a short thing, get famous. I don't know. I'm not sure the correct terminology to say. It's just a shortened way to describe my plan, I guess. Yeah, there you go. A short way to describe my plan is to get famous, even though it wasn't truly just to get famous, it was just to, start a career, which I cared about. But, I figured that, if my idea had worked out, and, I was working for a big-time corporation at just the age of 15 or whatever, I'd be fairly famous. People would know my name, like my first name and my last name. So, I figured it would be kind of weird to have, my channel be named a weird username, I don't know, TealGamer96 or something like that, when people already know my name, and it'd just be weird, some people calling me that username and other people calling me my real name. So I figured just go with my real name, but at the same time I kind of wanted a username. I kind of wanted something like that. So I basically compromised, and I put my first and last name in it, Roy Teal, and then I put the in front of it, and then 96 because it felt a little bit weird without anything at the end. So yeah, that's how my channel name became the Roy Teal 96. And yeah, obviously this idea of mine didn't really work out. So why have I stuck with it? I just kind of used to it pretty much. I mean, it's just kind of my go-to thing for pretty much any account that I make besides something like, I don't know, Facebook or something, But I mean, something like Twitter and fucking Steam and stuff like that. I just use this username, and I just kind of stuck with it and just kind of used to it. It's just my go-to thing, and I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to kind of stop it now. So yeah, I mean, there you go. By the way, if you ever talk to me, you don't have to call me the Roy Teal 96 or something like that. That is a bit ridiculous since my name is already in it. And the only reason I named it that was just so people could find me easily, and plus it's not so weird. Like, I'm not named Xeno Slayer or something like that. So you don't have to call me the Roy Teal 96. You can just call me Roy or Roy Teal or anything like that. Just anything within reason. You don't have to call me by my full username, because I think that's a little bit ridiculous at this point. So, okay, yeah, I think I've rambled on way too long about this first video and stuff. It's 25 minutes at this point. And, my voice is feeling a little hoarse. So on to my second video, which you can't see at all. That's because it is deleted, and that is my proper introduction video. And this video I had mentioned in my very first video. Basically, the reason I made this video, my introduction video, was so people could better understand who I was and whatnot, and just, have something to go with this whole out of the blue, look at my video game idea and accept it, or I don't know. So, yeah, that's pretty much what this introduction was for, just for people to kind of get to know me a little bit. And, and it was another vlog video, obviously, because I didn't have, like, a game recording software or microphone or anything like that, so I couldn't make it like a commentary. So it was yet another vlog video with the same camera. So why did I delete it? Well, I deleted it because, not only because I pretty much look for any reason at this point to get rid of my the videos I'm not so fond of, like my vlog videos and another video, which again I know I keep alluding to, but I will get to eventually. Besides just looking for any reason to delete it, main reason I deleted it was because of something I said in it. And generally I wouldn't want to, talk about exactly what I said in the video, which led to why I deleted it, because it's kind of personal and really, really fucking awkward to bring up. But I feel if I don't talk about it, that people are going to start speculating shit like, oh, did you say something fucking racist or sexist, or did you say you killed somebody, did you, say something outrageous or ridiculous like that. And no, I didn't really say anything along those lines. I didn't say I was a drug addict or alcoholic or anything like that. I mean, I was only 15 at the time, like, jeez. The thing that I said in that video that caused me, the main reason that caused me to delete the video was that I basically said that I was a sex addict. Yeah, okay, so first off, no, I don't consider myself a sex addict anymore to this day. I don't think I ever was, okay? Just to clarify that. And second off, why did I say that in my video, if I would later come to regret it? Well, for some odd reason, I kind of felt like you needed a gimmick in order to be popular or famous on, YouTube. And the people that I came to mind with taking this were like White Boy 7th Street. I believe he used to be like a drug addict or something, if I remember from a commentary video of his from like years back. And another one was Syndicate Project. And weirdly enough, I think the gimmick that he had in my mind was that he was British, which I know it sounds fucking stupid saying it and thinking about it today, but I don't know, for some reason I just kind of rolled with it then. So I kind of came up with this thing, and I wasn't exactly making it up, like I was lying about being a sex addict indirectly. I wasn't lying straight up. I was just kind of wrong about that. But the reason I said that was, as a way, kind of like a gimmick for people to feel sympathy towards me or something, kind of, I don't know, relate to me, feel sorry for me. I don't fucking know, something like that. That's pretty much the reason why I said it in the video. But to clarify, no, I am not a sex addict. I don't think I ever was. For me to be considered a sex addict, that would mean that you have a serious problem when it comes to sex. Meaning that, if I were in a relationship, like a monogamous relationship, and I would, like, throughout the whole relationship, I would have problems not trying to cheat on that person or sleep with other women or stuff like that, which that was not the case because, fairly recently I was in an online relationship for about a year, and not once did I think about cheating on them, except maybe towards the end, but that was more so the distance getting to me and not the, I didn't lose interest in her. But I mean, besides, if I had just, if our relationship had just gone a little bit longer, till summertime, because summertime, even this summer right now, I don't really do much. I don't really go anywhere. I mean, most places I'll go is at places like GameStop and shit. I don't go to like fucking clubs and pool parties and shit like that to meet women and whatnot. So I mean, I basically would have been home alone, secluded from the rest of society pretty much, and all my attention would have been back on her, and so I wouldn't, still have those tiny thoughts of maybe, cheating or whatnot. But that doesn't really matter because we kind of broke up around that time. But anyhow, I don't want to get into that either because I don't want you guys feeling fucking depressed listening to this. I mean, it's awkward enough talking about this sex addict shit. So, So no, I don't think I am at all. I will admit that I do like to relieve stress at least once a day. That's basically what I was getting at with that whole why I said I was a sex addict, because of that. Which it was partially habit when I was doing it, and I did try breaking it at one point, but after reading up about medical stuff, like there's a lot of medical benefits that kind of outweighed any spiritual or religious type of consequences or whatever. So I just kind of figured like, oh fuck it, just kind of keep going with it or whatever. So I mean, if there's one thing for me to sin, I mean, masturbation doesn't seem like that bad of a sin, But anyways, I guess I explained that about as good as I can. I'm just gonna stop talking about that now, because it's fucking awkward, dude. Yeah, I deleted it because I said that, and the reason, not just because it was embarrassing, but also I thought about, what if I apply for a job or something, and they find my YouTube channel, and then they found that video, and then I'm saying I'm a fucking sex addict and shit. That's liably for me. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. More than likely, they would see that, and then, I wouldn't get the job for those reasons. So I'm like, I don't want this out there tarnishing my image and stuff, so I just deleted it. And, now it's back out there with me bringing it up again, but I felt like I should, so people aren't speculating stupid shit, Anyhow, enough about that fucking video. So now on to my third video, which is titled The YouTuber Attention Span Rant. Basically, part of the reasons why I made this video was not only to get more views on my first video, because in it I kind of mentioned my frustrations with my first video not getting more views, but also no one else made a video like it. I mean, I looked up a YouTuber attention span rant and nothing really came up, so I'm like, well, I could be the first to make a video like this. So, I made it, and it was like a minute 54 seconds long, 2-minute long rant, not super duper long. But now I'm just gonna fucking delete it, because it just makes me look like an asshole. And I should probably mention, obviously this rant video didn't help at all with trying to get views from my first video. So yeah, it's probably blatantly obvious, but this video just kind of made me look like an asshole. Just the way I talk, and this video doesn't do me any favors, basically. It doesn't make me look good at all. I don't think there are many redeeming qualities at all. Besides, especially today, it probably seemed hypocritical of me, because even now my attention span seems kind of shot. Because sometimes, it's hard for me just to listen to a 3-minute review of a video game. Yeah, I mean, sometimes my attention span isn't the greatest. I don't know why. and sometimes I could listen to stuff for hours on end. Yeah, I'm just fucking deleting this video. Besides, it's one of my older vlogs, and I'm not exactly proud of it. You know, it just looks fucking terrible, and yeah, I'm just deleting it because trust me, you don't really want to see it. It's just it's not really a good video. So sorry, but this is probably the only time you'll see about this or hear about this video because it's just gonna be gone. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about that, I guess. Now on to the Nazi zombie me tutorials. These are some random ideas that I had. You know, we have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So prior to this, I had kind of on my own. I made this process, I guess, on how to make a Nazi zombie me to look like the zombies from Call of Duty. Because again, I was really into Call of Duty, and so basically what I did, I took my camera, I pointed it at my TV screen, and I started recording myself making the me and explaining the process on how to do it. And these videos I'm not exactly embarrassed by like my previous videos. You know, these are pretty simple. I mean, I probably am going to redo them though, because I now have a capture card and a microphone and stuff, so I can definitely record it in better quality. And not only that, but the audio to it just sounds terrible. That's the main reason why I feel more compelled to remake them. Because, I mean, the video quality, yeah, it kind of sucks because it's me pointing my camera at the TV screen. But, I mean, it's not like you can't tell what's going on. You can obviously tell what's going on. It's fairly clear in that aspect. But, the audio just sounds fucking terrible, and just I don't like the way it sounds. It makes my voice sound and whatnot. So yeah, I probably will redo these videos at some point. Maybe not anytime soon. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about these videos. I mean, even if you have Wii U or you're gonna get an NX, because I assume the Mii's are still gonna be on NX, you could probably still use these techniques to make your own Nazi zombie Mii's and whatnot. So yeah, shameless plug, I guess. But let's see. The Metroid glitches. So, unlike my Nazi zombie me tutorial videos, I obviously won't be remaking these because they were kind of hard to do in the first place. But it's kind of weird actually, just all these Metroid glitches that I found from me playing the games and whatnot. I finally got Metroid Prime 2, and I finally started playing it, and yeah, I tried beating it and stuff, although I still haven't beaten it today, because I wasn't powerful enough to beat the final boss, and I had to backtrack and get more health and ammo and stuff, and I didn't feel like doing that, so yeah, I still have to beat the game. But yeah, it was just kind of weird just going back and playing all these Metroid Prime games, and every single one I found a fucking glitch. And in Metroid Prime 1, I found 2 glitches, actually. I don't think I can really give any explanation of how some of this shit happened, but, I mean, with the headless security bot glitch, I just basically, like, shot his head off or something, just kept shooting him, and it just backed him up into the, like the gears and stuff, and his head was kind of stuck on the gears and stuff, and it's just kind of weird. The Tricops merry-go-round video, which is, I've seen that before. I've seen another video of that, and a better quality too. So I guess that one's not that special, but whatever. I made it, and I still upload it, and I'm keeping it. I'm not just gonna fucking delete it because someone else has a video of it. And then the save station spam glitch, I can't really remember how I did that one. I think maybe I looked at the map when it said something about the save station or something. I don't remember how I did it, but You can probably look at the video and just see what happened. I don't know. Anyways, on to my next video, which is That's Just Sad, Nintendo frowny face. This was another short video and kind of random video that I did. I was going through the Wii shop and just looking at what sort of free stuff I could download, because I didn't really have a lot of money at the time. And I saw this patch for Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which basically talked about that at a certain point there was like this glitch to where it kind of broke the game, or it messed up your save file when you got to like a certain mountain or something. And the video was basically just me going through the Wii shop. I find that, I click on it, and then I scroll through it like I'm reading it and stuff. And then that's pretty much it. It's just, the reason I made it is just because it sounded pretty sad that like their game is fucking so broken they had to make a patch just to fix it. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. And before I continue on with my next video, just kind of a random side note, I guess. This is probably going to be a two-parter. Didn't exactly plan this, but given the length that this thing is going already, I mean, I'm past 43 minutes as of this recording. It's probably going to be like 2 hours or something, so yeah, I'm just going to split it up. So yeah, two-parter, I guess. Maybe three, we'll see. Anyhow, enough of that. Just kind of wanted to point that out myself. But the next video is pretty simple. Not a lot to really get into. It's just a kick-ass intro. And no, it's not the beginning to the movie Kick-Ass, okay? It's just an intro video I made for myself for my upcoming videos, for commentary type videos and gameplay videos and stuff like that. Because, even though I originally planned to make this channel to upload my first video and get noticed, I was still kind of into YouTube and still kind of like making videos and stuff. So even though that route didn't work, I still just kind of went with making videos. Another side note I should probably add is my channel background at this point, which I'll try and show images of it on the screen as well. So, around the time I joined YouTube, this was still when they had like their old YouTube design, where it's like you could have these page-long sort of descriptions about yourself. You had like your interests, like your favorite foods and shit like that. It was like your channel was like pretty much like a social media profile, So yeah, I joined just in time to really have one of those type of channels. And I customized it and did all sorts of stuff, and it looked cool as hell, man. Like, I had it to where the boxes and stuff were black, and then the highlights were like this, teal color, and it kind of made like this really cool Tron look to it, and it was just so cool. And then, kind of shortly after I did that, the news kind of came out that YouTube was going to be changing the YouTube channel layout, and yeah, that's kind of pissed me off, because I'm like, and not just me, but everybody else, because everyone liked the current layouts that YouTube had, and they didn't want to go with this layout, especially when it was out and you could like switch between the two. The newer layout just kind of fucking sucked, because unless you had a computer that zoomed out pretty far, every YouTube channel virtually looked the same. Like the big thing in the middle, I don't really know what that you'd call it, but just where you'd find the videos and stuff, it just took up most of your screen, and you barely saw any of the background that would add some uniqueness to the channel. Like, say if you were going to Smosh's channel or something, you couldn't really see like their Smosh logo or whatever, unless your computer had like this huge zoom radius, or if you zoomed out of your computer and whatnot. And yeah, that's a big reason why people didn't really like it. They just liked the old ones, me included, especially after I spent so much time just customizing it, and now they're just fucking getting rid of it. I'm just like, what the fuck? And of course, this wouldn't be the last time YouTube does this. I guess we'll kind of get into that later. But yeah, that's a little bit the channel background fiasco. So somewhere around this time, I don't exactly remember when, sorry, but sometime in 2012 the background changed, and yeah, all that stuff. So on to my next couple of videos, which are all deleted. And my next 3 videos, I should specify, they're all deleted. Not because I deleted them myself, they weren't embarrassing anything. These were my lyrics videos for BoBoBo songs. BoBoBo, Bo-BoBo, the anime. I did lyrics videos for Wild Challenger, which was the opening theme for BoBoBo, at least the American version. I think the Japanese version as well. And then I also did one for Baka Sabaiba, another opening for the for BoBoBo, which may or may not have been in the English dub anime. I'm not sure. I never really made it that far in anime, I think. Not only that, but I'm not a super duper expert on all things BoBoBo, so I don't really know that. And the other thing, the last lyric video I made was Mihimaro GT's HPSJ, which basically stands for Hip Hop Step Jump. And that was like the ending for the Japanese version of BoBoBo. Now, these songs are basically in Japanese, so I'm not putting Japanese letters on the screens for subtitles. It's not exactly what I mean by lyrics videos. What I mean is, I was using this language called Romanji, which is basically like an English Japanese kind of. It's basically like, it gives you the English way of interpreting a Japanese word, like, say, instead of just putting in Japanese words konnichiwa, it would actually spell out konnichiwa, like, I guess, Konichi, or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking this off the top of my head. I can't really spell right now. Normally I would if I thought about it for a little bit longer, but you get my point. And it was for English speakers to be able to sing along. I don't understand Japanese myself, by the way. I just found the lyrics for this stuff online and just incorporated it in the video. So I just thought it'd be cool videos to do, and to be pretty popular videos and whatnot. And I was actually right. Like the Jindo Wild Challenger lyric video, the BoBoBo theme song that probably everybody recognizes, that reached 60,000 views before it was taken down. So yeah, it was a wildly successful video. The most successful video I've made up to this point. So, as you probably caught by me mentioning that, yeah, they were taken down. Copyright issues. So I made these in 2012, okay? And they didn't get taken down or have any copyright sort of stuff till about 2015. Around that time, I got the first copyright strike for the Jindo Wild Challenger lyrics, which is kind of weird because for all that time, this was the one video that didn't have like this little little tag on it that said like, hey, this includes copyrighted content or stuff, like you might know in some videos, and it's like you either dispute it or you acknowledge it, and the owner of the copyrighted material makes money off it or something. But yeah, this one was like completely clean, like it was copyright free, like I could use it. But then weirdly enough, this was just after I decided to put ads on the video and stuff in an attempt to make a little money off of it. So I mean, it's not, that was my primary intention for making the video, but it would have been nice. And the reason I didn't do it earlier at this point was because I wasn't 18 at the time. At this point I was 18, and I didn't think like legally I could get the money or stuff if I said I was 18, but really I wasn't 18, if you know. So that's why I never did it until then. Plus, I didn't exactly understand AdSense and how to set it up and whatnot. So I had just monetized the video, and then shortly after, it was taken down. I'm just like, oh shit. Like, that sucks. I figured, like, it was probably because I monetized it, and like, oh, okay, maybe next time if I make it, upload it, you know, just don't monetize it and you'll be fine. But then shortly after this, my Mihimaru GT lyric video got struck down too, which this was one of the videos that had like that little tag, like it's, oh, you've got copyrighted material in it, but it's just basically like I couldn't monetize it, you know, it's not like copyright strike. But now I got a copyright strike on it. I'm like, oh shit, like that's 2 copyright strikes now, and I figured like it was probably because I monetized it, and like, oh, okay, maybe next time if I make it, upload it, you know, just don't monetize it and you'll be fine. But then shortly after this, my Mihimaru GT lyric video got struck down too, which this was one of the videos that had like that little tag, like it's, oh, you've got copyrighted material in it, but it's just basically like I couldn't monetize it, you know, it's not like copyright strike. But now I got a copyright strike on it. I'm like, oh shit, like that's 2 copyright strikes now, and keep in mind I had 3 lyrics videos and 2 have already got me copyright strikes. So if they struck down the other video, my channel would have been gone. Because, I mean, for one, I was smaller, and I mean, not smaller back then, but I mean, I was just a small YouTube channel. I'm still a very small YouTube channel today, but I just felt like I didn't have enough of a voice, enough power, experience, all that stuff behind me to kind of take back these videos. So I just kind of left it be and just kind of ignored it. But unfortunately, my friend also lost the copies of those videos, so now I'm gonna have to fucking make them all over again if I were to make them again. And really quick, I guess I'll go over the super test vid. The super test vid, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a video. The first video I made with my capture card. I recorded myself playing some Soul Calibur 2, and it included my new kick-ass intro I made. You know, not the movie Kick-Ass, but just the intro. And even my outro, I think, that I also added in there. Which, I think that was the first instance where it said, join the Navy TEALs. Which was an initial thing that I had in mind to kind of name my fan base. You know how PewDiePie calls his fans bros, and God, who's somebody else that you know, other people that call their fans certain names and shit like that. You know, it was just a clever little naming thing that I thought up of, and I would have used. I haven't really used it in recent videos and stuff. I guess part of the reason is just because it's a little ridiculous. I don't know how to incorporate it really good, but I think I will reincorporate it at some point. But also, it's just I don't really have enough fans and stuff to really have this little fan base to just start calling Navy TEALs and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm still pondering it, kind of. But yeah, this is just a little test video to see how this all turned out and whatnot. And it turned out not that bad. I guess I will end this video here because it's about an hour long. So join me in part 2 of this thing, I guess. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to be a 2-parter type thing, but given how long I've rambled on, looks like that's what it's gonna be. So, well, I'll see you in part 2 later.